Shyne's shooting situation was very similar to what happened with you in that whole gin situation, right? Some shit breaks out in a club, someone pulls out a gun, and a shooting happens. Someone gets hit, and then a bunch of prison time happens afterwards.
Right.
So you know, if you could look at that situation,
but see, at that time, I wasn't like where Shyne was at, but I was trying to, I was trying to do
less
music.
to lose.
Right, I had less to lose. You know what I'm saying? But you couldn't tell me not to hold a gun. Like even if I was signed, I would still hold a gun because I had drama. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like or now if I had that much money to, whatever, but at that particular time, I'm like, yo, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need anybody to hold me down. I don't need people to come to my fight. I'm gonna fight myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's how, we were thinking. Now, was that the smart way to think? No. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
No.
You know what I mean?
Because look what ultimately happened to Shyne. You had someone with a promising music career that was on his way up, and that's just stopped. Never getting, there was a few little glimmers over the years. He got a little, he did some stuff from prison or whatever else, but ultimately that his music career ended on the day he pulled out that pistol. Right?
Right.
And the decision was a split-second decision, which I'm sure when you look at the prisons, 80-70% of the people are there because of split-second decisions, bad decisions, not thought-out decisions. But at the point that you have an opportunity that separates yourself from a certain type of life, you have to adjust. And look, when Vlad TV started becoming popping, I'm not going to go into any situations, but I was throwing my muscle around. I was having people around me go and, do things on my behalf and that type of shit. Nothing too crazy, but a little
shit.
Huh?
You was on your Goomba shit.
I was on some bullshit, like stuff that still affects me to this day. Like people who I had issues with, it ran into other people. Other people got affected by it. And I'm like, yo, I was just an idiot. I got a little bit of money, I got a little bit of power, I got a little bit of popularity. I'm going to go ahead and live out some fucking fantasy or whatever in my world, in my brain.
I don't think that was Shyne's case. I don't think he was trying to live out a fantasy.
I understand that, but look, man, at the point, you got hit singles out. You're part of the biggest, hottest label right now. Whatever was going on before, you now have to start creating situations to get into a new type of life. And that is not you anymore. That. Yes, you carried the gun around a year ago, but now you can now have someone that carries the gun for you.
Right.
Or, maybe it's time that we just don't move around. Yeah, I'm not going to go to clubs. I'm not going to do this. I have beef in these geographical areas, and I may run into people. Do you think
Puff knew he had the gun?
I don't think so, no.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, but maybe he did. Maybe he did. Does Puff have people around him that carry guns that he don't know about or does know about? Puff has been in a lot of beef over the years.
Right.
The Biggie getting killed wasn't that long ago from, that was probably 5 years removed.
Right.
So I don't know. But my point is not to say someone's right or someone's wrong. Shyne did what he did. He paid his price to society. He lost his home because he could never come back. I mean, even though he's from Belize, he grew up in America. Mm-hmm. And I think about that. If I go and do something what Shyne did, I believe there's a chance I can get deported back to Russia. You know what I'm saying? And everything that I know will completely disappear. I don't know anything about Russia like that. I came here as a 5-year-old kid. To lose my home, to lose my freedom, to have to start over and lose my career, everything. All of that should have gone into a thought process of, let me leave the gun on my table or take it with me. That's my point.
Yeah, but you can't listen. You're not thinking about, being deported back to your country when your life isn't at risk. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to choose back to Belize or die right now, I'm going to choose go back to Belize. You know what I'm saying? So and plus, like you said, the man just got shot. He just got all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not trying to justify why he had the gun, but I'm just saying, he had it. You know what I'm saying? He had it there, and there was a reason. It wasn't like he just was a regular kid that was trying to front and just have a gun to be cool or something like that. He had real life issues, real life drama that you never know. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. And I feel like because of that, yes, it was a mistake. But I just felt like going back to it, I felt like Diddy could have did a little bit more by that man. You know what I'm saying? And people, there's not people like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like people that's just willing to, like protect, the people around them. I think that's like, some people might call it stupid, but some people might call that shit like stand up. And I look at it like that. You feel me? And for Diddy to like kind of just let him, go through that shit by himself was kind of like, I thought that was fucked up. You know what I mean? Because when I was in jail, when I was on Rikers Island, I was in Beacon. It was like probably 2000. Around the time that the towers fell, I was in the Beacon, and on Rikers Island, and I was known, right? Like I was battling everybody, and the officers used to take me from one house to the other house, and I'll battle whoever was hot in that house, right? So the whole kind of like jail kind of knew me for like rapping and battling. So one day, right, I was in what was it, 7 block. I was in 7 block in the Beacon. And the Beacon at that time was crazy. Like crazy. Red alarms all day, people getting cut all day. And it was high security, maximum security status. Everybody had bodies and everybody had jail cuttings and stabbings. And that was the house I was in, right? It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So they used to search our house like all the time, right? They come in and they search. Everybody get on the wall. They strip. Tell people to take off clothes. Be standing next to people like this and shit. And behind people, like, you know what I'm saying? They used to come and tear your fucking cell up, tear everything. So they used to do that shit like twice a day almost, right? So one day I was sitting there and my boy just came back from the visiting floor and he had like, he had weed. Like, so he had like 3 loonies and shit. And he came back and he's sitting there breaking up the weed and he tosses me a loony and he's telling me to break up the weed, right? So I'm breaking this shit up, whatever. And then all of a sudden the squad comes in. Everybody on the wall, everybody. And we're like, oh shit. And he has all this fucking weed. So he throws one of the loonies on the floor and he's like, yo, grab that shit. So I grab it, right? And I got that shit like in my hand type shit, right? So like the officers come, they make us all go on the wall. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with this shit. And then the captain comes up and is like, we thought it was over. The captain comes up and was like, yo, I heard there's this Chinese kid in here that could rap, right? And I want to see what's up with this kid. So he's gonna get on top of these stairs right here, right? And I know people that was on Rikers Island, they're going to remember this shit. The CO's going to remember this shit. People's going to be in the comments like, oh, yeah, I remember that shit. So they had me go up on the stairs, right, in the middle of the stairs, and they was like, I rap. So I'm like, I'm not going to rap. What the fuck I look like? You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that shit. Like, I'm not rapping for the police. So my man's is like, yo, do that shit, bro. You got all this fucking weed. Like, yo, you better go up there and do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I go up there and I rap. You know what I mean? And I rap. And they leave. They don't search the house at all. He's like, yo, if he could rap, if he's as good as people saying he is, then we're going to leave. If he's trash, we're going to tear this house up. So everybody's looking at me like, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I go up there, I rap, and I do like 100 bars, and they leave. He just looks at me, and he leaves. So the next day, I'm in the yard, and the same dude, he's with the dep. He the same dude, the captain of the dep, he comes into the yard and he calls me over. He's like, yo, Shyne is in the building. You want to meet him? I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And this is when he was like, fighting that case and shit. So he wasn't in the building in general population. He was in the building.
He was in PC.
He was in PC. No, he was in PC box because he got into the fight. PC wasn't in the Beacon. PC was in the other building, NIC. But when you go to the box, they bring you to the Beacon. So there's a box, 24-hour lockdown for the PC box. So he comes in there. So now I'm like, hell yeah, I want to go see him. So They call me down to go to the captain's office or the warden's office or some shit, right? I go in there. So when I walk in, I see like two gang intelligence dudes sitting on the fucking on the couch, and then the dep or whatever, I forgot what title he had. So he's like, yo, you know, I call Shyne. Shyne is coming down right now. So Shyne is in the box. So whenever you move in the box, you gotta have like handcuffs, shackles. They gotta come get you. The escort walks you to wherever you gotta go. So Shyne doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He don't know why they coming to get him. He don't know what. So they handcuff him and they bring him into this office. So I'm sitting there already, and then Shyne comes in, and then he's just looking at me like, the fuck am I doing over here? You know what I'm saying? Who the hell is this Chinese dude? Like, you know what I'm saying? So the dep is like, yo, you know, this kid right here, he's known, like, you know, he has a lot of talent, and I wanted to bring you down here and hear him out. And he was trying to do like some A&R shit. So Shyne, I could tell in Shyne's face, he's like, man, like, what the fuck? He wasn't fond of that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I rapped and shit, and Shyne was just like, yeah, it's all right. But he was just like, take me back to my shit, bro. Like, fuck am I doing here? You know what I mean? But that was that was the experience that I had with him on Rikers Island. But I knew that he wasn't being taken care of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't being, you know, it wasn't like, and then he went to Clinton. He went to Clinton and the annex. It wasn't like, you know, I think that a lot more should have been done, could have been done for him. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Fair enough.